road to the Final Four continues in Austin for another regional semifinal. Already Duke has gone down to defeat tonight. The #1 seed is.
We match up the 5th-seeded Villanova Wildcats, 24-7, against the top-seeded Tar Heels of North Carolina. The winner of this one will take
Billy Packer.
Interesting first game, James, and I expect this to be likewise.
Is it an upset night in Austin?
Welcome you to Syracuse, a very, very deep and tall North Carolina team, and a Villanova squad that goes without one of their big men, Curtis Sumter.
Well, they won't have to do too much different because they'll change defenses, they'll isolate, but oh, are they tiny. The runs almost, but the big thing, I think, is shot selection. Don't take quick jumpers. Make sure you change the look on this talented Carolina team. 4th time these two teams have met in the NCAA tournament. We'll take you back to 1982 for Game 1. Michael Jordan led the Tar Heels to victory in that one en route to the national championship. In 1985, the Wildcats won in the regional final in Birmingham en route to that school's only national championship. And in 1991, George Lynch led the Tar Heels past the Wildcats. That game played here in Syracuse. Jay Wright, 4th season, head coach at Villanova. Roy Williams, 2nd season, head coach at his alma mater. 17th season as a head coach, 15 in Kansas. And we'll get to the lineups in a moment, and jumping center will be Jawad Williams and Will Sheridan. This game brought to you in HD TV by Harris Corporation, the world leader in broadcast systems for high-definition television. The officiating crew, Tom O'Neill, David Hall, and Jerry Pollard. Into the hands of Sean May. Quickly, Jackie Manuel. And Vern Lundquist. Villanova goes. And they will see a lot of variations. Matchup, straight zone.
There's Jackie Manuel guarded by Mike Nardi. Manuel into the hands of Sean May. Kicks it out. Felton for 3. Rebound in the hands of Alan Ray for Villanova.
They made them take time, and that's very important. How about this time?
Alan Ray has really had problems scoring in this tournament. That'll be out Raymond Felton, and it'll be Villanova ball. Will Sheridan, take a look at the sizes on the left side for Villanova. 6'2", 6 foot, 6'1", and 6'3". That all caused, it's like runs from Kentucky.
That's what it reminds you of. Larry Conley in that crowd, Pat Riley. I think I could be the power forward. You could be the small forward on that lineup. But they will play hard. They can take you off the dribble. Very good with the bounce.
Here's Randy Foy, one of the 4 guards. Foy launches one and cans it for 2, just inside the 3-point line.
And these kids are confident, Vern. Here's that 3-quarter press. They don't want them to shoot quickly. They've got to recover, or this is going to happen.
Will Sheridan, hell ball. Possession arrow, Villanova. Just in case you don't know the story, Curtis Sumter, outstanding player for this Villanova team, went down with a left knee injury twice in the game last weekend against Florida. Torn ACL. He will have surgery at a later date.
And what a talent, too, Vern. It's very sad. He's had a tough year with injuries. And this is the isolation. They are unabashed as Floyd knocks it down. You got to stay up on him. They freeze you with the dribble, back dribble, and shoot it.
Randy Foy, 5 points and a 5-0 lead.
A little small change. Could have been Nardi on the reach down.
It was. Nardi with his first. Non-shooting foul to be inbounded. A 5-0 start. Randy Foy. And here's North Carolina into Rashad McCants has it now.
Ooh, what a breakdown. I think they got to go inside either with the dribble. These kids are competitive. And McCants, one of the truly great talents. Lowry picks up that one, I believe, on the drive. I think they can go to May with regularity. I get that feeling he could power up, cause Sheridan some problems with fouls.
Sean May, fresh from a monster game. He and Marvin Williams both with double-doubles in the win over Iowa State down in Charlotte last week, the 2nd round win. Here's Felton.
Nice.
Underneath, there's May.
And that's May gave the ball up, got a screen, and got himself right to the rim. Terrific play.
On the floor, here's Mike Nardi from Linden, New Jersey, outside the Philadelphia area. Nardi, the sophomore, along with Foy, Ray, Kyle Lowry, a freshman, getting his 3rd start of the season. Nice trap. Here's Nardi.
How about that recovery?
Block from Manuel.
How about that recovery? You think you got a layup? May now down screens here and just stays as they trail the dribble. Great drag with the bounce. The big fella sending it in early.
Nardi will inbound for Villanova. Wildcats playing in the NCAA tournament first time since '99. Here's Ray. He is now 1 for 20 in the NCAA tournament. 1 for 20. McCants. And the foul occurs before the shot.
Now, if he's...
And you can see Jackson Sparks. Jackson has played Sparks almost face guarding him no matter where he goes. They don't want to see Sparks get started from the outside. Not a lot of pressure on the ball by Kentucky either. Utah getting about anything they want. Orbjut is not going to mind pushing here.
Bogut wants to take it to Orbjut. Follow up, no. 3rd shot for Bogut, no. 4th try, yes.
Jim, what he did so well there, he kept his hands above his head on all 4 of those. Never dropped his hands down, so he was in position for the putback.
Never came down for a second. Now he defends on Orbjut. Pass gets away, but saved by Hayes. Sparks with the 3, down and out, and Drisdom rebounds.
Well, it was a pretty good open look for Sparks. Jackson got by with one there.
Drisdom on the drive, back out high, and here's the steal. It's Chuck Hayes taking off.
What senior leadership this guy shows. Every facet of the game, he's solid. As I said, the SEC Defensive Player of the Year. He can pass, he can rebound. He knows when to take good shots. Excellent passer.
W. Smith calls Hayes the greatest ambassador I've had for this program since I arrived here in 1997. Senior Chuck Hayes.
I remember when he was a freshman, you said, well, he's not really good at anything. But then the more you watched him, he was good at everything.
There he is with the steal and the timeout.
So smart.
Hayes making plays. Bogut with a mighty effort. 2nd time, 3rd time, 4th time, goes on this road to the Final Four.
Appearance on the floor, the freshman from Bremerton, Washington. Here's Foy, jumper.
Oh, is that agonizing? If you're a Wildcat fan, they've slowed Carolina down, though. Not able for the quick push, but this is a nice play. Oh, I thought he was going to complete it to May.
Well, this one took a trip around the equator. Started at Cairo, got off at Quito, Ecuador.
And you've been to all those places.
7-5 Villanova. Nardi, Foy, Ray, Fraser, and Sheridan on the floor.
See the face guarding here. McCants back to the ball. They're just trying to take Ray out of the play.
Jumper, Foy. Yes.
They love this, Fern. I mean, they don't want any big guys, these kids. Just give it to me. A little nylon. Playing with confidence.
Randy Foy, the junior out of Newark, New Jersey. McCants.
Tough shot under duress.
Sheridan rebound. And Foy's going to walk it up. Jay Wright up off the bench, chatting with his club.
Well, Jay feels the TV timeout's really important for his team. Plenty of time to rest, but don't want to run ragged.
Here's Foy. Oh, my!
Woo! That was from Newark, New Jersey, that baby. What a confident stroke he has. East side, Benz.
Already 11 points for the junior out of Newark.
Nice
There's
pass.
the dish underneath the Williams and a foul. Will Sheridan. Randy Foy, 4 of 5. Villanova by
Utah goes through UTEP and Oklahoma. You have at this regional 3 coaches who have won national championships. And then you've got Ray Giacoletti. Who is this guy in his first year? He'd coached at North Dakota State as a head coach, and then Eastern Washington, taking them to the NCAA tournament last year. That program, Eastern Washington, for the first time ever.
Yep, Big Sky Coach of the Year. And kind of interesting how he ended up getting the job at Utah. Trent Johnson, you know, remember the great year he had at Nevada. Utah wanted Trent. He wanted the Stanford job, so it opened things up and worked out pretty well for Utah.
And they looked a little bit at Lon Kruger also, but Dr. Chris Hill, the athletic director at Utah, with another great find, as he has done not only in basketball, but football also with that terrific athletic program. Azubuike driving and pulls up short with Bogut ripping it down for the Utes.
And so far, Kentucky has gotten in no flow whatsoever in their half-court offense. Rondo hasn't really been getting the ball distributed at all.
And that ball batted around. It's going back to Kentucky as Mark Jackson was battling inside. The foul goes against Hawkins. The early edge to Utah here in Austin.
Greg Gumbel in New York. Back to Syracuse in a moment, but first in Austin. Well, we've said all along, you got to find an answer to Andrew Bogut. The big guy just keeps going at it and going at it and going at it until he scores. That's his only bucket of the night. Utah with a 7-6 lead on the Kentucky Wildcats. We'll keep you updated. Back to Syracuse, Vernon Bills.
Randy Foye has fueled a 13-5 Villanova lead here in the early going. There's Curtis Sumter on the bench, the junior from Brooklyn. Left knee injury last week, midway through the first half when he went over Florida.
And they're going to rehab him physically so it's as stronger than the good leg. They did that with Kyle Lowry, if I'm not mistaken, Vern. And he got back quicker after the operation than they expected. So they're hoping the same thing works for Sumter.
Yeah, Curtis Sumter, leading rebounder. And 22-7 record with him. Boy, he was off to a great start last week.
A truly terrific talent. And yet these kids are stepping up. But one fear I have, can you make these jump shots all game long from deep? And here's a little switch of the D. 2-2-1.
Nardi across the timeline in the corner. Ray and the rebound for Felton. They want to run. McCants with a leak out. They find McCants in the corner.
And Villanova once again gets back quickly, straight up.
May with a soft jumper.
He's just everything. It's softly hits the palm. I mean, he's just a guy that catches everything, understands time and space. A little freeze with the shoulder, and Frazier, who's a terrific shot blocker, unable to get it for him.
Mentioned his dad, Scott May, who was the leader of that 76 team. This one's off the mark for Allen Ray. And here comes Carolina running again. Felton. Frazier. There's Williams from outside. Chases down his own long rebound. The dish a little too far to the left. Sean May.
I talked like that, just softly, the one-handed stab. And this is what makes him special. He's got great shoulders, so he can distance himself from the defender. And just holds the guy, and then the release.
Dan Scott is here somewhere among this crowd of 30,700. He can't sit and watch, so he paces.
Yeah. A lot of dads like this. Nice denial by May to Frazier. I think you got to make Sean keep busy.
Randy Foye.
This is their ISO. They just stand still.
Jumper in and out. That was Kyle Lowry who's back. And Frazier muscles his way up. And will shoot a free throw.
I'll tell you, he reached a long way with that wingspan, but a soft enough jump shot. First to penetration, the kick to Lowry. Now look at that, full extension, maybe a 39 sleeve length, and knocks this baby down and gets to the free throw line. They do need second opportunities for him. You just can't chuck it, duck it, and expect this Carolina team not to score at the other end.
Frazier only a 61% free throw shooter. This one saved by Randy Foye.
You've got to get all of those things when you're playing a superior talented team.
Nardi with Felton going for the steal. It's knocked out of bounds by Raymond Felton.
I think they got a foul on that sideline.
Yes.
I think Williams may have been involved on a hold on the screen down. Not that Williams. Marvin Williams.
Marvin Williams, and that's his second. Sean May is out. Marvin Williams stays on. Jawad Williams comes back. They are coached, of course, by Roy Williams. How about Lowry?
Whoa! The blow by to the tin. Does he have some smoke when he turns the corner?
Kyle Lowry. Here's Felton at the other end. Rebound Frazier. That's 3 rebounds for Jason Frazier. He had 15 a week ago. Kyle Lowry, number 13, the freshman out of Philadelphia, played basketball at Dougherty High School, and celebrating his 19th birthday today. He's got the ball right now.
This is his game. Getting in the lane, either finishing or dishing. Drive, draw, and take it yourself.
And now he's jawing with Rashad McCants.
He's got to look up to him to do it.
I mean, he is in his face as they came back down.
He's got to be careful, and they are getting those entry lanes here, and that's dangerous. And a high-low from Williams.
Blocked by Frazier, a 10-point Villanova lead. Lowry wants it back. Loses it. Here comes Carolina running. Nardi's back. McCants pull-up jumper. Not there. Foy rebound.
And what a rebounder he is, Vern. 5 a game. The little guy playing like a power forward. But right here, a little cross. Timmy Hardaway. Well, maybe per Washington. We're in Syracuse. And here, taking it right to the teeth of the defense, separating and able with strength to convert. Wow. He's a powerful kid, isn't he? Very comfortable. Well, they were standing on the sideline. The refs wanted everybody to sit down. Boy, Jay has his kids primed today. They're just ready, aren't they?
Well, he told us yesterday at the shoot-around, these kids don't know that they're overmatched. They really believe.
And they were all talking about the fast breaking and making sure that they got themselves back. They felt they had worked hard all year on it.
Now Nardi back on the floor. Randy Foy gets a rest. And the ball inbounded by North Carolina. They've yet to hit one from 3-point range. They're 0 for 5. Here's David Noel. Here's May. Pump fake. Travels. Vote for your Pontiac game-changing performance of each round. Nearly $150,000 of scholarship contributions on the line. Take action. Vote now at ncaasports.com/Pontiac. 10-point Villanova lead.
Open middle, drive, turn the corner, and create for somebody. Nardi just using some clock here. I think that's what they have to do every once in a while. Make them work. They got a 5-second count.
Raymond Felton making his presence felt defensively.
I had said to you off air, do you think he's as quick as Allen Iverson was in college? I mean, it's in that league, Vern, if it isn't.
That's a heck of a comparison.
Wow, he's just extraordinary. And Dean Smith in his heyday, they ran. And Roy has, over the years at Kansas, even pushed the steam and the speed up considerably. Jacques Vaughn is a guy he had out there that turned the engine up, and now they got Felton, who's maybe the best in the country. They got May on the duck-in hold on Frazier. This is a tough beginning for Roy right now. You know, excuse me, May on that walk, by the way, Vern. Villanova had pulled his shirt, and then he walked. Pretty good camp. Tough way to stop him.
19-9, under 12 to go in the first half. Here's Lowry. Pull-up jumper. He got another.
Oh, this kid is just a tough out. Very competitive.
Got his 3rd start tonight. He had 15 off the bench in the win over Florida. There's May, and a blocking foul is going to be called on Kyle Lowry. How about 6-foot Kyle Lowry getting caught in the matchup against Sean May?
He's not afraid to step in on the defensive end or counter on the offensive end. Tough.
Smith touch with the bench. He brings them in, and they immediately produce.
One of the deepest teams, really, in the whole tournament. I'm not talking now that we're down to just 10 teams. Talking from the start, you could say that. Bogut swatted away.
Aline with that long reach. Bogut will have to finish that with a dunk, because Aline is a guy that can cause problems.
Bogut off on the 3. Here comes Kentucky, and Ravi Moss kicks it back out to Bradley. Ramel Bradley. Azubuike with Chaney now in the game defending him. He's already been slapped with a foul.
Tubby Smith wanting to wind this team down and use as many people as possible. Beautiful move.
Azubuike with the basket. Coming off a huge game against the Bearcats. He had 19 points, 7 rebounds last week.
This is dangerous time. You've got the Kentucky fans getting into the game. Kentucky turning this into a full-court contest.
Oh, Azubuike almost tying up Chaney.
Smart play, though, to not draw the foul out there.
Cats on a run. Can the Utes settle down?
Look at those long arms of Aline.
Chaney from the corner. Moss ripping it away for the Wildcats.
And a beautiful block out by Aline as well.
Bradley lobs it back to Aline, too strong, and Bogut there to clear.
Pretty tough for him to catch it, Jim, on the run unless he can finish right at the rim.
That kid, Aline, has 30 baskets on the season, Billy. 21 of them dunks.
Yeah, that's what I said. He's got to get it up on the rim. Farther away, he's got to make a lot of adjustments with his feet, and he's not there yet.
Midway point of the first half, and the Cats on an 8-0 run.
Nice double down.
Bogut backing in, and he draws the foul. And a little extra shove from Bradley to Bogut. Bogut
now,
looking right down him, and a technical.
That is something Bogut cannot afford to do because that's a technical and a personal. Kentucky can afford that. Utah cannot.
Okay, the foul on Azubuike.
Who's a tee on?
And we're still waiting for clarification on the tee. Was it a double tee?
Yeah, it's a tee on both players for jawing back and forth. And I think that the tee is going to be on Bradley for Kentucky. That'll be a tee and a personal. Let's take a look right here. There's the push. It's a little push back. So there we have a situation where it hurts Utah much more than Kentucky.
So they get both Bogut and Bradley. Double technicals. We'll be right back.
Perfect start for Jay Wright and the Villanova Wildcats.
Incredible. I mean, perfect game plan. They play confidently, great preparation, going at them and then pulling it out. He told both of us the toughest kids he's ever coached. And he's been around a few. You got Hofstra, he had some very talented kids. Of course, longtime assistant for Rolando Massimino. They're all down in Florida. Rolly and his children enjoying this one.
This is May misses the second, and Fraser with another rebound. This is the 20th anniversary of the Villanova championship game. 1985, they defeated Georgetown 66-64. Rolly Massimino, the coach there, said he had 21 radio interviews.
And he loved every one of them.
You bet.
Probably charged for half of them. He's got the Max going tonight, Mary Jane, I'm sure. And what a start for them.
Randy Foy, 4 of 5, pull-up jumper from 3. This one doesn't go. And here comes Felton, and he'll run it in the middle. And the adjustment gets the follow.
He should have run it out. Look at May go after that. Oh, boy. Give me that. Oh, is that toughness personified? I mean, he goes 3, 4, 5 feet for rebounds.
Whistle.
I think timeout for Jay.
Timeout. Sean May, 10 of North Carolina's 12. They still trail by 9.
In New York to update you on what's happening in Syracuse. The Villanova Wildcats have come to play tonight. Kyle Lowry with the bucket here as the Wildcats went on an 8-3 run. They lead North Carolina 21-12. 10:42 to play in the first half. Back to Austin, Utah, and Kentucky. Jim and Billy.
Bogut stepping to the line for Utah as we come out of the break. Kentucky has already utilized 11 players in this game. And Bogut of Utah now with a total of 5 points. A double technical on Bogut and Bradley. So they each get a personal out of that.
Well, Tubby Smith will trade that any day of the week. Bogut, excellent free throw shooter, 71%, goes to the line a lot. That's his 200th time he's been to the line this year.
Azubuike from the corner. Chaney is hit by Moss. Ravi Moss.
And here you have Tubby Smith has gone to his 3rd center in this ball game. Morris, you know, how many times would you have a guy that is coming off his first double-double? Outstanding recruit for Kentucky. And he sits down after 90 seconds, as you pointed out, Jim, and he comes right back and plays 2 other centers, and they're doing the job.
You can vote for your Pontiac game-changing performance of each round. Nearly $150,000 of scholarship contributions is on the line. Take action and vote now at ncaasports.com/Pontiac. All right, missing the front end of the 1-on-1, but Bogut Throws it back out high, so the Utes maintain possession.
This team is very patient in terms of not only occupying the ball and the clock, but they're not taking bad shots, and they're not panicking at all about getting the ball inside. There it is.
They double up on Bogut, and Aline at 7-3 sweeps it away for Kentucky.
Jim, he's 7'3", but his arms are so long, you can go ahead and add a couple inches to it. He wants it down inside.
Only to give it right back to Azubuike. The strong hands. Gets away from a tie-up. Bradley, jumper, yes. Utah has brought in Eunice Longvad. Another big body inside for the Utes, but Kentucky in front 16-11.
Longvad being played by Perry right now, so you look out on that floor. Azubuike, the only starter on the floor now for Kentucky. I think Tubby likes to talk about finishers, not starters.
Bogut missing with the left hand, and Aline. How about the contributions by Aline and Orbjut tonight?
And he's still hustling up and down the floor, but Jim, he won't be able to go but about another minute or so. But he's doing a terrific job out here now. Are they going to go to him inside again? Might not be a bad idea, because he's got Bogut on his back.
Azubuike. This is going against Kentucky.
On a charge, good job by Bogut to go ahead and just hold his ground, not go for the block. But Bogut's breathing heavily, Jim. He's played against 3 centers already in this ball game.
Azubuike with his second. So a couple of Wildcats with some early foul trouble. Azubuike with 2, Hayes with 2, Morris with 2 for Kentucky. Now Bogut working so hard, and you say looking a little fatigued. He's already put up 9 shots, Billy. Only 2 of 9 from the field. They got Markson down low, whips it over. Here's Bogut's 10th shot. This one also fails to go.
And there was Aline helping out on one side and really hustling down the floor as well. He's getting great post-up position.
Utah's missed its last 8. Here's the 3, and it's a pure one from Ravi Moss.
And they're doing it with that unbelievable bench and contributions from guys that know they're going to play and come out confidently. Sparks back into the ball game now. So Sparks the only starter on the floor.
Jackson a little out of control. Markson corner 3. No. Bogut back out high, and Jackson. Bogut getting a lot of looks inside, but not hitting so far. Longvad, he is hit. And Kentucky is going to be called for this one. Called on Moss. Hayes and Kentucky in front.
This one was a little bit of a mystery. When you own the court, you call this one at the end of a game. McCants looking like in disbelief. You know, they take pride in guarding without fouling. And that's, you don't want to put people on the foul line, give them easy ones.
Tonight on The Late Show, Dave welcomes Vin Diesel. And Dave recaps a day in the life of the Michael Jackson trial. Tonight on The Late Show, right here on CBS. Randy Foy shoots one more. Substitution, Alan Ray back in the floor replacing Foy. This is a quartet of juniors. Foy, Ray, Curtis Sumter, Jason Frazier. Really the cornerstone of this rebuilding effort for Jay Wright's team.
Sort of stepped up at the end of the year. Came in with good chemistry, good feel.
Here's Felton in the lane. Rebound May. Off the glass and good.
Now he made that opportunity for Felton. The ability to get in the lane is something Felton possesses, but May occupied 2 people, and then his recovery, incredible.
12 points for Sean May. And the lead is 7. Villanova. Ray. Lowry.
Ooh, what a look.
How about that one? And a clean block from Jackie Manuel.
And that's why he's known for his defense. Great reaction.
Offense.
They just can't get started right now. And you can see some of the expression. McCants just put his hands over his head, not in disgust with his teammate, but just the inability to get any smoothness out of their offense.
24-17. Villanova jumped off to a 5-point lead. North Carolina tied it up. Then the Wildcats scored 8 unanswered, and they've led ever since. There's the screen from Sheridan. Ray fires, got it.
And Vern, that's the 1-3-1 zone. And that little gap there, you've got to come way out from the foul line to attack that guy. Can't give them clean looks.
Second basket. Here's McCants at the other end. In and out. Kyle Lowry, the 6-footer, with a rebound.
And Jay pulls the plug.
Yes, he does. Slow it down. Nardi comes back to put the play in motion.
Now your wing guys have to play people who are great with the ball. That's too spacing's terrible. We got to call timeout. Wow, that's like our dinner table. Goodness, we got too many people and not enough cash.
Oh dear. 7:19 to go first half. Time called. Villanova up by 10. Carrier Dome, Syracuse.
For 7.5 minutes and unable to hit the front end.
And Carrier with the rebound now. Now Sparks, the only guy on the floor that started for Kentucky.
And there's the basket.
This is some serious time right now for Utah.
Rondo hits it.
They have got to go and start getting some better looks from the outside. Jackson hasn't gotten anything. Rondo doing a good job on him. Where are the points going to come from?
You know, Bogut only took 7 shots in that game against Oklahoma for the whole game.
Yeah, right. He had 7 assists in that game, used primarily as a passer, and did a good job on bookout defensively.
Long Vaughn, yes, hits the long shot. It's a 3.
Over Thomas, a huge shot for Utah. Changes some things around.
Breaks a field goal drought that lasted over 8 minutes.
But look at this team on the floor for Kentucky. Sparks and Rondo, the starting guards out there, playing together.
Sheree Thomas is in for Kentucky for the first time, and Josh Carrier. With Thomas and Carrier in the lineup, that now makes it 13 different Wildcats who have seen action.
Carrier, a pretty good outside shooter. Bogut on him. He better not give him this much room.
4 on the shot clock, and here's Carrier with the 3 off the back of the rim.
Had the wide open look. Boy, how about these reserve centers? Are they doing the job? Unbelievable.
Łukasz Orbrzut has really given them quite a lift, including their first basket of the night. And Sparks calls timeout. Watch out, we got tempers flaring again. Mark Jackson reached in after the whistle, and Sparks quick to his feet.
Nice piece of officiating there just to separate the guys and no call.
Look at him getting tangled here. Utes and Cats. So 13 Wildcats have played, and that bench of Kentucky contributing 11 to the cause. In fact, they've scored more than the starters.
That's right. Orbrzut was 6 minutes per game on the average. Aline with 9, and they have been the guys holding down the center spot all but 90 seconds in this ball game. Morris got in trouble right off the bat. Tubby Smith, as always, not afraid to go to that bench.
Keep an eye on that matchup. Jackson and Sparks. Sparks puts up the jumper. And Bogut, he looks really solid when that ball goes up, and it's up for grabs. He's coming back with it.
Well, he's getting his second wind a little bit now, running down the court much better. That game got a little bit away from Utah. Now they're settling back down in the half-court set. That's much better for them.
8 rebounds for Bogut. Now if he can only get some shots to fall, he'll have his game back. We approach 5 minutes to go in the half. Bogut working hard for it. Hook shot over Orbrzut. Orbrzut, pretty big body. What a presence he has been. Rondo into Bogut. Gets the basket.
Rondo with those long arms, not afraid to take it inside. Now Jackson doing a lot of pushing out there right now. Jackson hadn't been able to get many looks either.
Had the dribble drive early in the game, but not much lately here for Jackson.
Well, 11-point per game scorer needs some.
And a foul as they work it inside. Great pass by Justin Hawkins.
And why they can do that is because you have to respect Bogut up at the top, so there's nobody down underneath defensively to help out. Sparks caught in that maneuver.
Sparks with his first. And Richard Chaney At the line for the three-point play. Junior from Los Angeles. Cheney, Drisdom, Markson, all pals from LA in their third year with the Utes.
Well, he played at Verbunday, a school that obviously brought Utah one of the great players ever had there, the great Andre Miller.
Raymond Felton misses 2 free throws, 6:54 to go, and the score still 27-17. Marcus Austin has come on now. One of the seniors from Villanova, a seldom used postman.
Steps, yeah, you got to call that. And good, solid defense, Manuel.
Only the 3rd Villanova turnover of the first half.
Big things, they've tightened up defensively, Carolina. They get themselves worked back into the game, create a tough early shot, and get a run out. Good post up here. This is using a great out of a timeout, huh?
Yes.
I guess that's why he's won a few games, that man.
Roy Williams has won more games through the first 17 years of his career than any coach in college basketball history. And now he is up, and he is screaming at one of his players. I'm not sure which one.
Well, I think one was playing man-to-man. He wants this 1-3-1 zone. They are using the clock judiciously.
Boy.
Until they get an open look from 18.
Another 3 for Randy Foy. 15 points already in the game. McCants. There was Marcus Austin, and that forced the pass.
He went the wrong way with that. Had Williams.
Coming up on Singular at the half, Greg Gumbel, Clark Kellogg, Seth Davis get you updated on all the latest tournament news. We'll have a live look at Utah, Kentucky, and a Singular Naismith update. That's all coming up on Singular at the half.
When you're an uptick team as they rotate players off the Carolina bench, it's very tough for you to stay in that defensive stance, and guys are taking long jump shots. You want to get it and go, but you've got to stay basic.
Randy Foy backs it out. Jason Frazier on the floor, guarded by David Noel. Here's Foy. Baseline, kick out. Ray. Mike Nardi with the jumper. And McCants on the springboard.
And right to the rim, Noel.
Pull up, Felton. Yes.
And that helped the jump shooter. Noel sprinting down the middle of the floor. And that's what they want. Bang, get it out. Hit somebody at the rim.
North Carolina in transition is a dangerous animal. Felton was 0 for 6 until he hit that one. And the margin of difference is 8. Will Sheridan, number 50.
There's not a lot of screens. It's all the breakdown, and here's the help. Unfortunately, the scrape, the foul by Noel. It's so important that your bigs run the floor because you know that Carolina's going to match him. And right at the rim is Noel. You've got to recognize help before you close out on the shooter. Just good, solid early offense by Carolina.
Randy Foy at the line. Fred Hill, the assistant coach, said he charted 6 games of North Carolina, 75 possessions in which the shot was taken in 10 seconds or less.
That's incredible, isn't it? A push, but it's really orchestrated beautifully. I mean, it's fun to watch when they're humming and on their game, but it all starts on the defensive principles. They feel they can take you out of anything you want. I think this is very hard for them. 3 guys on the perimeter trying to beat you one-on-one. Takes away a lot of the help principles because they can shoot on a kick.
McCants, fade away, off the rim. Sheridan grabs the rebound. He's got 5 rebounds now.
He has come along this year. He's been a solid contributor for this team. Little face-up 15-footer on occasion. Guards, and obviously rebounds.
McCants, great job defensively on Ray. He'll take it. Still can't find his shot. He's Cam too, but he's missed.
Oh, we got an injury down here. Is that Noel?
It is Noel.
Yeah. Hopefully something inadvertent, which frequently does happen on rebounds.
David Noel, the injured player. Will Sheridan in the neighborhood.
As he backs down. Oh, just took a shot. Hopefully he'll be okay. Get the wind back in him. But boy, if you miss a jump shot against this team, they're going to push it down the other way. Mark Davis there alongside to assist. But you think of the great games you've covered when Dean Smith was down there, the job he's done, and of course Roy back at home, his children there in Charlotte.
Yep.
And everybody's happy in blue heaven right now, because they'll be real happy if this continues towards the finals and the ultimate.
Dean Smith with 879 wins, and the last one came against Villanova in that playoff game here in Syracuse in 1991. Noel is up. He did not take a Chris Paul shot.
No, just
to Julius Hodge. That was an inadvertent.
You know, Dean only beat me once.
Did he really?
Yeah, we only played once, I might add.
So he would have retired with only 878 wins.
He's still mad at us because we didn't return the game, and that's that graphic alluding to the push and the quick shot within 10 seconds. He said we wouldn't return the game to Chapel Hill. I think he was afraid to go out with me after the game was the real problem.
McCants blocked. Scott has it.
Looking at the space and give the guy the opening and the opportunity. And Williams, sort of one of the unsung guys, I think, Jawad, on this team.
Roy Williams expressing some concern about Jawad Williams. He did not have a good ACC tournament, nor has he really played up to his form in the NCAAs. Bothered by a hip flexor and a little bit of a groin pull. Well, now Carolina's pulled within 8. Nardi. Tough shot.
That's going to get you in trouble.
Yes.
It should go to Carolina. Yeah, good call. You make those mistakes, you pay for them.
North Carolina down by 8. 3.5 to go.
Years. The last time they were in the Elite Eight, talking about Michigan State, they played down in San Antonio and lost to Texas, which had quite a huge throng and support down in San Antonio, and they lost in that regional final.
Texas getting to the Final Four, had one of their young players here tonight watching on.
Yeah. Brad Buckman is here taking it all in as his Texas Longhorns got knocked out by Nevada in the first round. One more. Marks, and you saw him go to the bench with 2 fouls. So Perry gets 1 of 2.
Perry is a man from Durham, North Carolina, and does a good job defensively, and maybe the only man from Durham that will advance tonight. Huh?
Oh. Yep. The boys for Durham lost here earlier tonight. Duke is out. Kentucky or Utah? Who will play Michigan State Sunday?
Well, Jim, forget about what they're calling the height of Aline, because look at these arms. Unreal. Picks that off. I mean, what do you want to say? 7'6"? So when you take in consideration that wingspan?
7'3", just you know, standing flat-footed. As the pressure is applied, Jackson may have elbowed Bradley as the Utes get it across.
Well, Bradley is a guy that's been a little feisty in this ball game. He's already picked up 1 technical. And Jackson is a feisty player himself.
Yeah, no question
maybe
about
some fireworks there between those two. But Utah getting back into this ball game, and a steps there. Rondo with those long arms of his. Players underestimate how far away from him he can be and still get a piece of the ball. Set a new record this year at Kentucky for steals.
Each team with 5 turnovers with just 2.5 minutes to go here in the first half.
And he has to look out on the floor and say, hey, where are all my teammates that I normally play with in the half-court set? Because he's the only starter on the floor.
Talking about Rajon Rondo. Crawford, another freshman.
Another freshman who left the team right around Christmas time and came back, and I'm sure he's happy he did, because he's going to be a big part of this club.
Was looking to transfer, and Kentucky was not really willing to let him go without a fight, and things worked out. He's been contributing, including a big 14-point game in the SEC tournament against LSU. Talking about Crawford. Now 8 different Wildcats have scored in this first half. Bogut, all kinds of steps to the basket, and a block foul on Kentucky.
That's a good recognition by Bogut to say, Aline, you can't guard me off the dribble, and taking him down inside.
Billy, do you hear the buzz? Because if you do, it's too late, my friend. Brace yourself for a new breed of killer. Locusts. Coming in April, a world premiere movie invading CBS in April. I don't know who stars in that, but I guess the locusts. I guess the bugs.
Here's Bogut. He was freshman of the year last year in the Mountain West. Second team all conference. This year he's the player of the year in the league. Obviously first team all conference and first team all American. And you know, Ray Giacoletti, probably his most important recruiting trip ever was going down to Australia to make sure he was coming back to play at Utah this year.
That was his first priority when Chris Hill hired him. Got on the 20-hour flight to Melbourne, met with Andrew and his parents and said, you got to come back. And Bogut back for a banner year in his sophomore season at Utah. Again, first team All-America for the Australian.
Good rub off by Crawford. Probably could have turned the corner. Oh, great dribble by Bradley.
Bradley just inside the three-point line.
And this young man and Rondo are going to make some backcourt in the future for Kentucky.
And they snap it out midcourt to Bogut.
And Bogut's going to be a pretty good backcourt player for Utah the way he dribbles that ball.
He does have a great feel for a big man. He glides out there. Minute to go in the half.
Surprising Kentucky with this second team out there not putting a lot more pressure on the ball.
Bogut going to take it to a lean. Left hand too strong, and Bogut continues to struggle from the field. He's now 3 for 12. Utah gets it right back, but a hand in there, Rondo. It was Rondo who retrieves it.
He has great instincts, and those long arms, hand-eye coordination is tremendous.
4-second differential, and Rondo in no hurry.
And Jim, give Aline some credit for altering that shot that last time down the floor for Bogut. Bogut's played against a lot of big people, but this guy presents some real problems.
10 on the shot clock, and Rondo clears everybody, sends in the signal with 4. He's on the drive and a whistle. Going to be on Drisdom.
And Tubby Smith playing this first half to get to the second half, and will he have a fresh team ready to go?
Oh, yeah. It's as though he's just said, you know what? I'll keep all the big guns on the bench. I'll take my chances for 20 minutes.
Well, you know, who is to doubt this guy at all? You know, Tulsa, Sweet 16. Georgia, Sweet 16. Kentucky, Sweet 16's national champions. Now 5 regular season championships in the SEC and 5 tournament championships in the SEC. He has unbelievable confidence as to how he shuffles that bench around, and always has.
And voted again by his fellow coaches in the league as the SEC Coach of the Year. All right, 8 seconds. Let's see what the Utes can do. Down 8.
Plenty of time. Keep the ball in Jackson's hands. Let him make a play on the drive.
Bogut tried to set a screen midcourt. Jackson hits it inside of a second to go before the half.
And that had some range on it. That shot was about 10 feet behind the three-point line. Good job by Jackson to recognize the clock.
Some range and maybe even some rain.
Yeah,
that sucker was up there. Took a while to come down.
Yep, he's a good 6-8 feet behind the line. Good job on his part not to give it up. One pass would have eliminated a shot opportunity.
Big lead of 10 has been cut in half. Greg Gumbel in the road to the Final Four.
All right, Jim. Meanwhile, the final 50 seconds in Syracuse. Let's go to Vern Lundquist and Bill Raftery.
29-4 is this North Carolina team. Top seed. They've not led in this ball game. They were tied at 5.
Tough match for Sheridan out that far. Nice.
Ah, beautiful pass.
How about the patience, Vern, huh? Under the rim. Noel with a great find.
Final 30 seconds first half. At one point, Villanova led 21-9. They'll play for the final shot.
And they go 1-3-1. They're liable to get a slot jumper that's a little bit above the elbow.
Jawad Williams in the middle. Here's Nardi. Allen Ray penetrates.
Tough shot again.
Yes, it was. Reverse won't fall.
Oh, that was big. Big rebound. Got to put it away.
Second-ranked team in the land trails by 4. That's the end of the first half. We'll send you to Greg Gumbel in New York.